close to a miserable, degrading nightmare of an existence.
Well, even though we don't live in the ghetto, it does affect our...
I am talking about this house.
Hey, don't talk about my house like it doesn't have any class or something. A home is more than just pretty paint or a healthy lawn or a yard free of rusted-out benzene barrels. It's about all the little homey touches, too.
Like your crime scene distressed patio furniture?
What, the only good picnic table is one without human blood on it?
You have a 30-foot stack of flaming tires in your backyard.
I told you, I can't put it out until someone from Ripley's documents it.
It's been burning for 3 years.
Well, it's hard to get them to come out. They're still angry about, the bee thing.
The bee thing?
People, please! The purpose of inviting the mayor to our block association meeting was to address the real needs of our city. Oh, that's her now! Remember, everyone, the mayor was kind enough to come and participate in this, the truest expression of democracy. So let's behave like Americans.
Gimme!
I have a taser. The only reason I'm here is to stop the harassment, the letters, the petitions, the decapitated dolls arriving in the mail day after day after day!
One woman's harassment is another woman's persistence.
Well, here's one woman's cease and desist order. Bye.
Wait just a minute, Toots. We are your constringents, and as such have a consultational right to pizza and assembly, with a special systolic perversion of life, Listerine, and the cheroot of sappiness, to cervix and project.
What are you talking about?
Just a sec. Never mind. Look, plain and simple, Mayor McBabe. We are not going to be swept under the rug like some worthless stack of garbage.
Oh.
Mayor, we just want you to hear our ideas on how to improve the city.
Oh, what the hell? 15 minutes to Baywatch. Okay, make it snappy with these ideas.
Hey!
Before you start, if any of them cost money, we'll have to raise taxes.
Oh. Improvements don't have to cost money. We can volunteer to help out at daycare centers or old age homes, pick up litter, clean up graffiti. In short, we could pull together as a community and give freely of our time and effort. What do you say?
Hasselhoff time!
Not so fast. If there's anything my almost week and a half in office has taught me, it's that you can't change anything. But you can find a scapegoat.
Bravo! I have to applaud you for the single greatest display of negative thinking, or NT, that I have ever seen in one place. Tony Sterling, self-made millionaire, entrepreneur, and a living example of the power of positive thinking, or BT. I have the way to beautify your city, or BYC, make it a better place to live, or BPL, and just get happier, or JGH.
Terrific! Now why don't you GFY?
Charming, you adorable, though obviously ravaged by bees gal. You're right to be skeptical, or S. It is, however, possible. Real beauty...
Or RB.
Excellent. Starts with you. When you look beautiful, you want the world around you to look beautiful, too. You'll spend and do and work until your city, like you, gives off a glowing, lustrous sheen of prosperity, professionalism, and proprietary. A word that has nothing to do with the sentence but starts with PR, so I threw it in anyway. Now I know what you're thinking.
Take it off, Mayor!
You're thinking, but Tony, you're so handsome. How could you know what it's like to be ugly? Well, I used to be awkward and unattractive, a real dough-faced, smegma-coated zero. But then I decided I needed help becoming the most perfect me I could be. So I set out to put perfection in a bottle. Butex. Because in this world, you come first.
Sounds good.
Hold your horses, eager beavers. Lest you think it's only the hombres who can look this good, I'd like to introduce you to the spokeswoman for Lady Butex.
Ooh!
Angela.
Hey, Dad, that's Angela, the 911 operator whose voice you fell in love with and who turned out to be ugly, but you loved her anyway.
Then she got a makeover and became a gorgeous supermodel, and you broke up with her because you felt she was too good for you and you'd be holding her back?
Don't you think I know all that?
That wasn't for you. That was exposition for the 99.9% of the audience who are usually out having a life on Saturday nights instead of staying home and flipping through obscure cable channels in the hopes they'll catch a little softcore pornography.
Oh my gosh.
Angela, it's me.
Hold that stammer, will you? Yellow? She owes how much in Butex bills? Wrap her wrinkled butt in a shawl and kick her and her cat out in the street. And hurry, it's supposed to snow.
Angela, you've changed.
Impressive, isn't it? So, Dinkman, what's been happening since I saw you last?
Well,
Great, sounds like fun. Maybe I'll see you later, huh? Nothing romantic, of course, because, well, look at you, then look at me.
People always try to convince me that it's what's inside that counts. But those are the ugly people. I want to get Angela back. But to do that now, I have to get beautiful. No matter how much it costs. Oh, deadbeat neighbors. Oh, well, this'll get me started. Text me.
It's time for the magic of Butex with your host, Tony Sterling.
Thank you. You're marvelous. You know, I've been all over the world, and everywhere I go, people say the same thing. Stop smiling at me. Then they say, hey, Tony, you're living right and looking good. How do you stay so up? 3 words. Butex, my friend. As you know, many of your neighbors have been using Butex for weeks, and they're with us today to share some of their experiences with you. So, come on, let's get Butex! Why, look who's here to introduce those neighbors, that glamorous supermodel, Angela!
Thanks, Tony. You're not gonna believe our next Butex success story.
Can't wait!
Hi, Iggy Catalpa here, former stand-up comic, now the guy who finds virgins for Fox executives. I'm tired of always being the butt of everyone's jokes. They call me dweeb and geek and nerd. One guy called me a jackanape. I don't even know what that means. For me, life is a long, dark tunnel with no end in sight. I long for the peace that only death can bring.
Would you like to see Iggy after 1 week of using the Butex line of products?
Wow, Iggy, is that really you?
You bet, Tony, and I owe it all to Butex. Now life is worth living again. I'm confident, secure, and I get more tail than I can handle. Ha!
But don't just take his word for it.
With the money I made selling Butex, I funded a daycare center, a gang outreach program, and a committee to restore English to our convenience stores. But most important, I'm a bitch and babe. Thank you, Butex.
We're dating Winona Ryder.
Thank you, Butex.
I used to be sloth-like and rotund, but now I'm a stunning slice of man meat. Like with most things, I assumed it was the work of tiny little demons that enter my body when I sneeze or yawn. But it's been explained to me that this time is different. Thank you, Butex.
Butex fever is catching, and you don't have to be alive to enjoy its benefits. From building materials to paints to laundry detergent to lawn care, everything looks better with Butex on it.
That last splotch must have worked. I'm 6 degrees of Studley now. Hunk City, here I come.
Duckman, open up.
Take a hike, Ziffle!
You can't live a life devoid of meaningful contact, spending all your time frantically rubbing yourself with a fistful of lotion. Anymore.
I don't want to see anyone. I've been using Butex for days and it doesn't work on me. Everyone else sparkles like a young dentist's spit sink, and I look like the floor around Stevie Wonder's urinal.
No offense meant, of course, to that talented songsmith.
I need love. I need companionship. I need a new door. Why, Corny, you're beautiful.
Tell me something I don't know.
You've been using it too? The one who's always talking about how shallow it is to be obsessed with the surface, the non-spiritual, the superficial?
Sue me. I'm getting more tail than I can handle. Are all of these empty?
I'm doing this for Angela, Corny. I'd give anything to hear her voice. Calling.
Duckman?
Calling.
Duckman!
Duckman! I'm down in the basement where it's real dark, because I'm I can't tell her something embarrassing like I'm ashamed of my appearance. Think. I'm developing pornographic photos!
Be gentle. He's more nervous than a Mennonite without a mill at the Festival of Tehezadorel. I gotta make my references hipper.
Duckman, I'm here because you owe almost $3,000 in unpaid Butex bills. I'll just take your car, furniture, clothes, and any gold fillings you might have.
Fine, take it all! It doesn't matter anyway, I've had it up to here! I'm holding my hand under my chin, by the way. How could I have even hoped to get back together with you?
Get back together with me? After the way you dumped me? Leaving me sitting in that restaurant just waiting for you? 3 weeks. 3 long weeks sitting in that booth looking up every time the door opened.
They let you sit there for 3 weeks?
Well, I kept ordering iced tea. I'd still be there if one of my kidneys hadn't shut down. And after my surgery, I vowed never to need you or anyone else ever again. I have everything I need to get by. And it's better this way, Duckman. Can't you see I'm much better off on my own? I'm happier like this. A lot happier than I ever would have been with you.
Angela, don't you know how hard it was for me to let you go? I didn't want you to ever settle for less. To settle for me. But the truth is, not a day has gone by that I haven't thought about you, dreamt about you. I love you, Angela. I'm sorry, it's okay. I know you and I don't have a chance. You're so beautiful and I'm so not.
my goodness, I'm late.
Do you have to go?
I'll be back at 6. Will you wait for me?
What the? Why'd all that color come off her dress? And why is she 2 hours late? Oh well, I guess I'll do what I always do when I think too much.
We now bring you this important message. You're doomed, Duckman.
That sounds like...
King Chicken? Maybe because it is. Meet me at the top of the Butex Trade Center, the world's tallest and, more important, most rapidly built building, if you ever want to see Angela and your family again. I now return you to the end of the world, already in progress.
What the hell's going on?
I hope you'll all be comfortable. I'd hate for your last moments on Earth to be marred by chafing.
You're really someone named King Chicken? And all this time you were just using me as part of some horrible plot to get at Duckman?
That, and you made a darn good cup of coffee. As for my aptly named hideous plot, Butex is really a deadly virus, one that eats away at matter, causing it to devolve through its various stages of development until it loses all form and reality, vanishing into nowhere. Oh, it'll be a pleasure to watch you all die.
Excuse me, Mr. Chicken? Allow me to handle this, maggots. Look, your Royal Highness. We're from Weird Science. Like most of this country, we don't waste good babe snaring time watching your pitiful little show.
What this total stranger, who is certainly not my brother, is trying to ask is, why are you killing us?
USA asked me to, and I don't want one show doing anything without the other. So I'll just kill all of you, and they'll rerun Silk Stalkings.
Demographically sound from a programming standpoint.
Psst. Psst. No, Ajax.
Since I've never seen this pathetic little daisy parade of yours, what do you got to save us? Some kind of superpower?
I can put coins in my nose and snort out exact change.
Yeah, but this Duckman, what kind of superpowers does he have?
Well, when he panics, he can scream just like a little girl.
King Chicken! Even you have to get out of here. This building is
devolving. Relax, Kooky. This side of the building has been treated with anti-Butex.
Somehow, some way, I've got to stop this horrible mass destruction, this apocalyptic nightmare, this... Hey, the three guys from Weird Science. I never miss your show. I just wish it wasn't so darn complicated, you know? Who can follow those convoluted, twisty storylines?
We're dead meat.
And now, I suppose you all want to know why I did this. Okay, I'll tell you. The reason is...
We interrupt to bring you a special news bulletin. Tim Curry, the celebrated stage and screen actor, has been reported missing by the Los Angeles police. A note left at the recording session for tonight's episode of the heavily praised yet seldom watched Duckman series simply said, "I'm going somewhere where they'll never again make me do the speech about how Duckman isolated me as a child, so now I'm going to isolate him. Mwah ha ha, buck, buck, buck." Now back to the program.
Gonna isolate him. Mwah, mwah, buck, buck, buck. Oh, God.
So why didn't Butex work on me?
You took the antidote. Remember when I was disguised as your children's nanny? I made potatoes for you, and they contained this. Anti-Butex. Hey, you gotta think ahead in this business. By the way, here's an amulet I'd like you to wear.
Wow, thanks.
No problem.
Duckman!
Duckman, save us.
He can't save you. It's over. You're a victim of your own obsession, just like all the rest. A fading testament to the shallow idiocy of worshiping beauty above all else.
Look, it's Whitney Houston.
Oh, she's so hot.
Us first! We get higher ratings!
Only because you got the more desirable time slot and our audiences are incompatible.
We're gonna die, man! There's some freaky stuff happening here. We're all gonna die!
Oh, Let their producers worry about it.
My horoscope said this was a bad day to destroy the world.
We still have to do something. The city is almost gone.
I just found this crate full of scrumptious dry ice in the kitchenette.
Dry ice! That's it! I have an idea! Angela, pour the anti-butex on it.
Now what?
That! But it just goes to show you, kids, pay attention in school. Somewhere in all that babbling your teachers do, you'll learn one thing that you can one day bring back and use in an appropriate time. As for King Chicken, I hate to think of the horrible effect all that concentrated butex could have on someone. The gross deformities it could cause.
I'll get you for this, Duckman. One way or another, I'll outsmart you.
Impossible! Oh, wait a minute. Almost forgot my new amulet.
Duckman, I'm so proud of you.
Angela, I was afraid I lost you forever. Before anything else happens, before I lose you again, there's something I need to say. Something I've wanted to say for so long. Angela, will you marry me?
No.
Huh?
You know the Butex slogan, because in this world you come first? Well, the more I think about that slogan, the less I like the person who thought of it. And the really sad thing is, it was me. So I've decided to travel the country, reach out to troubled kids, clean up playgrounds, just try to do something to bring the right kind of beauty to some places that haven't seen it for a long time. I'm sorry. I hope you understand. And I'll be back.
Let's go home, everyone. So, since she didn't say yes, while she's gone, I can date, right? Well, what? I won't really like him or anything. It'd just be a sexual thing. What if I pay?